Hello. Hello and welcome to another episode of DETV, the stream where we talk about dice mostly. Today, let's get started with the newsletter from yesterday, which announced the drop of a very lovely set named Hive Mind. Look at how cool. Metal set, 8-piece set, includes our exclusive Infinity D4, and this set is another one designed from the ground up by our very special Dylan Vaughn, who took the idea of honeycomb dice and made it extremely literal. So you've got a whole set here, 8 pieces, honeycomb dice. Let's come back to the camera so I can show them to you. Not in person, but in the stream equivalent of person. I don't know. Here they are. Ooh, so cool. All right, so let me take you through these because they're each a little individual and they're a lot of fun. So starting with, well, I guess we should start at the bottom here. Like I said, exclusive Infinity D4, honeycomb pattern, wraps around the sides. The whole thing is in this sort of like aged, I think we call it aged, what do we call it? It's on the newsletter. Hold on, I can check. We call it aged gold. So it's got the gold sheen, but once it's engraved, it's got this sort of like dark gold underneath. So cool, so pretty. There are plans to do an enameled covered version of this. Sorry, don't mind the background. It might get a little noisy in here from time to time. We'll talk about that later. There are plans to do an enamel-filled version of this. So those little holes will become filled with, hopefully, golden honey. So that should look pretty cool. But yeah, so there's a D4, our classic D4 here, printed correctly. Very nice. No edges on this, on the classic D4, the pyramid shape. So it's like the honeycomb just runs into itself here. So it's like one chunk of honeycomb. So cool. But then if you come over here, some decisions were made. You can see on the D6. So basically, Dylan tried doing like essentially what you would get if you cut a D6 out of honeycomb. So you've got these like channels that run along the sides here. And then on the high, that would make it the low, yes. On the high and the lows, you've got the honeycomb pattern. So very cool, lots of fun. Show you a couple more of these. I just really want you to get a good look at these because they're very detailed. They've got a really good weight to them. And like I said, Dylan did these from the ground up, so they're extra special exclusive, although more and more of our sets are turning into extra special exclusives. So they'll become less impressive as time goes on. And then the high face on the D20 has a little bee on it. Look at that little guy. He's so cool. Buzzing around the D20. So yeah, these are great. Very detailed. They've got a great weight to them. I don't know if they are, but they feel a little bit heavier than our usual 8-piece metal sets. So yeah, just really great. Really impressed. Very happy with these, and we hope to come out with many, many variations of them. Fingers crossed, as long as everybody likes them, which, based on yesterday's sales, everyone does. So, go ahead and show you the card that came with it. Got our little picture there. Hive Mind. Maria wrote this copy for it. Nothing says dedication like working for the greater good. We put the power of the hive to work for you in this Dice Envy exclusive set created by our in-house designers. And by in-house designers, she means Dylan. So, yay Dylan, yay Hive Mind. Very excited. Let's get back to the newsletter, see what else we got. Hello to the Elder Lurker. Thanks for joining us. We're here every Tuesday at 3. Ideally, anyway. Oh, okay, so on the newsletter yesterday, the next thing I sent out was just a little please forgive me paragraph. We have been crazy busy since Monday of last week. And then last week on Thursday, there was a national holiday. And the reason that we've been crazy busy is because of the new product we launched last week, which is our $2 mystery starter sets, which are very cool. It's a very cool product. I'm very happy that we're doing it for many reasons. One of those reasons is making shelf space for important things to come. But anyway, they were very popular. People have been ordering them left and right. If you want yours, get in there and get them. I cannot guarantee they'll last the whole month of July like we were planning. We have loads of them, but they are going fast. So because of the popularity of our $2 mystery starter sets, we started getting backed up on Monday. And then on Thursday, it was July 4th, which means the post office is closed. So that it takes a day out of our week, basically, where we can ship. And we have a convention coming up this weekend, so we have to do prep for that. And USPS loves us so much. They delayed our shipments by about 3 days. So we've been backed up every step of the way for the last, what's it now, Tuesday? So like about the last week. So I begged you to forgive us in the newsletter, and hopefully you have. If you haven't, then that's okay. I promise we'll get your stuff to you. We've been shipping out all week last week, yesterday, today. We've been working overtime to do shipments, so it'll happen. It'll get there. It's just a matter of how much of a, space between when you thought it would get there is going to be. But anyway, thank you for your continued patience. We really appreciate it. And we'll catch up. Everything will be good. Going back to the newsletter. Oh, as I mentioned, we have Stockton Con coming up this weekend. So the twins are on their way. No, they will be on their way on Thursday. And they'll be on their way up to Stockton to go to Stockton Con. It's a 2-day convention. Details. I don't know the start times. You'll have to Google it or go to our website and then go to conventions, and then the times are on there. But it's a great little con. Stockton is near or is the place where the twins are from, so they go up there, visit family, run the convention. It's very convenient for them. So they'll be doing that Thursday. They'll be leaving here to go up there, and then the con is Saturday and Sunday. So if you're in the area or close to the area, and what I guess counts as I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere north of us. It's in California. I can tell you that much. I'm not sure how far north. But what's important is that they'll be there. So if you're nearby, then you know where it is. So you should go and say hi to the twins. They love visitors. Definitely. Okay, moving on. So that was the shipping delays, Stockton Con. Oh, update. Okay, so this weekend for 4th of July, another reason why we became very busy, is because we were doing a Wild Shape Adopt-a-thon. So all of our old Wild Shape dice were marked down all the way to $9.99, which is almost at cost for us. We are trying to clear shelf space for future amazing things. And so they were marked way down. And we also promised to donate $1 from each purchase of a Wild Shape dice set to a local animal charity. We specifically chose No Kill LA. They're part of I think it's the Best Friends Association or something like that. And congratulations, everybody, because we raised via this $285, which we will be donating to NKLA probably on Thursday. And I'll be sending out a big blast to everybody who participated, so everybody knows where their money's going and how much we were able to raise. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you, everybody who participated in that. We didn't, we didn't really want to make it wasn't necessary for us to make any profit off of those dice. They've just been sitting around for a little while, and we need to clear the shelves to make room for other things. So we appreciate the opportunity to do something good in our community via dice. So it's awesome. And we couldn't have done it without you, so we're very thankful. Speaking of animals and adoptions, if I can get my hands on them, you may remember from last week's stream, I said I was going to go look at kittens last weekend. 4 of them. And I did. And I came home with 2 of them. Here's one. This is Miss Kamina. Say hello, Kamina. Hello. Hello. Her original name when I introduced them last week was Jolie, so we ended up with Jolie. She is tiny. She was the runt of the litter. She was the runt of the litter. She also has a very unique, like, half a tail, which is pretty freaking adorable. Sorry, she's tucking it because she's a little scared right now. But yeah, this is Miss Kamina. And we also got this little rascal who keeps scratching my leg and making me make faces. Poe! Say hello, Poe. Hello. Hello, world. He was originally named Andy. If you remember from last week when I was showing pictures, this is Andy. We got Andy because not the runt of the litter. He's actually, we think he was going to grow up to be a pretty big boy. But he was the shyest and the sweetest at the time when he wasn't clawing up my leg. But we love them. We're very happy to have gotten them. And I wanted to introduce them and show them off to you all. So yeah, good examples of what those donations are going to go toward keeping kittens safe in Los Angeles. So, yay. Okay, I think that's it. Next week, on Tuesday, we're going to have a very, very special drop. It is related to the holidays. You probably already know what it is. It starts with an A and ends with Advent calendar. So we'll be talking about that next week. I'm very excited. I wish I had one to actually show you, but they're not in yet. But we will talk a lot about them and what's going to be included this year and the whole shebang. So tune in next week, Tuesday, 3:00. And tell your friends. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. And I will see you in a week. Bye, everybody.